Donna, and we are at Lori Foster's Reader and Author Convention, and I'm thrilled to be here with Stefanie. We just finished a Facebook Live, and I'll include a link in the blog post because you're definitely going to want to see it. We had so much fun.
It was great.
But I'm going to let her tell a little bit about herself and about her book. So,
So hi, I'm Stefanie London. I'm originally from Melbourne, Australia, and I currently live in Toronto, Ontario these days. This is my first time at the event. I'm having a great time. It's so much fun. Just a little about my book. So I like to write a sort of steamy contemporary romance, but with lots of laughs. I love romantic comedy. I love like a Sandra Bullock movie with a bit of sex in there is how I like to brand myself. And I write both category romance and longer single title lengths. So yeah, a bit of everything.
yeah. So for somebody new to your writing, which book would you recommend?
Oh, that's a good one. Trouble Next Door is probably one of the books that has the most of me in it. It's also a standalone book, so it's like a really good entry point. It has a makeup artist heroine, so lots of my personal experience in there, and it has a really grumpy IT guy as the hero, which is just like, I love those kind of heroes. So it's super fun, very funny.
Very good,
Yeah.
very good. So what is something readers would be surprised to know about you?
That I'm really shy. I think that it doesn't always come across, and I love socializing and talking to people, but I get really nervous before coming to events, and I have to like really psych myself up. I'm extremely shy, so I'm good at like kind of hiding that, but yeah, I am really shy.
You are good at hiding.
Thank you.
So I noticed on your website that you share a lot of information for other writers.
Yes.
So what inspires you to do that?
So there's a couple of things. Firstly, I have a background in learning and development training. I was a training facilitator. I was teaching payroll systems, so not the most interesting of things, but getting up in front of a room and talking to people and helping them to learn things is something I've always been interested in. And I had a lot of help when I was starting out. There were some authors that were really kind to me and gave me advice and sort of said, you know, you've got some talent, you should really pursue this. And I think that if I can sort of give that confidence to someone else to like pay it forward a bit, yeah, I really would love to do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
One thing we've noticed about the conference is everybody is very collaborative.
Yes.
There's not like, it doesn't seem competitive at all there. Everybody is very helpful.
It's like such a nurturing community.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that I love about the romance community is I feel like we really do care about each other and we read each other's books. So I had Jessica Lemon came over and she bought my book and I like adore her book. So that was a really like special moment, and I think that that's just so nice. We get to know one another as people, and it doesn't even matter if like you're someone that's really far ahead in your career, they'll still stop and talk to newbies, and I really love that.
That's, everyone has been so generous, you know,
Yes.
about their time.
So friendly.
So a lot of our readers that watch us, they are maybe aspiring writers.
Yes.
And so any advice for them?
Yes, lots of advice. Read lots and lots of books, but don't just read the book. Read, what I like to say is you need to read strategically. So what that means is that when you're reading a book, think about what you like, what you don't like. Flag pages, take notes, highlight things, read it almost as if you're reading a textbook, and really sort of start to learn what it is that's working or not working for you. And the more that you do that, the better that you'll get at doing that to your own work. So that's something that I like to say. The other thing is to be consistent. I don't like to say write every day because I think that puts an unnecessary pressure on people, but be consistent, and don't think that just because you're not pumping out huge word counts every day that it doesn't matter. If all you do is 100 words a day, like that adds up. Like in 10 days you've got 1,000 words. Like even if you can only sit down for a few minutes and get 100 words out, just try and do it, because sometimes the momentum is more important than the word count.
That's very good. That's very good. So our last question is like, for readers that are reading your books, like what do you want them to get out of your books?
I want them to have fun. I want them to feel like if they've had a rough day, that they can pick up one of my books and have a bit of a giggle and smile and just really fall in love with the heroes, because like we're all about the swoony heroes, right? You know, I just want them to have that escapism. It's the kind of book that is like an antidote to a crappy day. That's how I like to think of it.
Yeah. I tell people I read to escape reality, and it's not that I have a bad one, but you like to just lose yourself.
It's kind of like the book equivalent of like your favorite bathrobe and fuzzy slippers. It just makes you feel good at the end of the day. That's what I hope that readers get.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank you guys so much, and I'll leave all the links to her social media so you can follow Stefanie.
Great.
Thanks.
Bye.